nationwide disaster looms. The acclaimed head of the INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church Primates Babatunde Elijah Ayodele has sent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a stern warning and asked that he takes swift action to improve Nigeria's economic situation. According to Ayodele's most recent disclosure, if the country's economic problems worsen, a big demonstration may take place in February 2024, which would be a serious threat to the All Progressives Congress APC government's stability. Is the government stable? Meanwhile, Ayodele issued a warning via his official X handle, emphasizing the need to solve urgent problems like the business climate, the growing food crisis, and the high rates of unemployment. He argues that the Tinubu administration's effective execution of changes in these areas is essential for both the country's economic health and the preservation of future demonstration. He said this government needs to work very hard in terms of the economy. Meanwhile, Ayodele emphasized by February 2024 there will be even greater uncertainty on how to improve, grow, and prosper the economy. Ayodele's assessment of the situation's seriousness emphasizes the necessity of fundamental reasons to address these issues and avert widespread unrest. In response to these financial worries, President Tinubu designated Tokpe Kolade Faswa as the special advisor for economic matters in the vice president's office. The announcement was made via X by Faswa, the CEO of Global Analytics Consulting, demonstrating the administration's resolve to address economic issues head-on. Tinubu's grasp of the necessity for proficiency in managing the intricate economic landscape is evident in this calculated action. Not all criticism of Tinubu's leadership, nevertheless, has become complimentary. The administration was criticized by Frank Shaibu, the Special Assistant on Public Information for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He brought forth frightening statistics of 26.72% inflation and a rate of 30.6% inflation in food prices. Shaibu blames the Tinubu government's seeming capacity and lack of direction for these high rates of inflation. Okay. In spite of these objections, the administration has shown that it is committed to seeking answers by taking initiatives to name an economic advisor. The administration's effectiveness in navigating these difficult times will probably depend on how well it handles economic concerns and shapes public opinion. Separately, the nation was concerned about safety after a Nigerian Air Force helicopter crashed and exploded at the Air Force base in Port Harcourt. There were different opinions about the December 1st incident, with some blaming it on inadequate military leadership. Although the specifics of the helicopter crash are still unknown, Nigerians have voiced their opinions on social media, while some have underlined the necessity of routine maintenance to stop similar tragedies from happening again. Others have raised concerns about accountability and transparency by questioning the circumstances around the explosions filming. Tinubu called the soldiers who perished in the chopper crash national heroes and honored their sacrifice. He acknowledged their contribution to Nigeria's peace and security and highlighted their bravery and dedication to their country. Even in the face of devastating occurrences, the president recognizes the value of honoring those who serve the country, as demonstrated by these acknowledgements. In conclusion, the nation's many problems are highlighted by the confluence of spiritual leader Primates Ayodele's economic warnings, the government's proactive measures in designating an economic advisor, and safety worries in the wake of the helicopter disaster. All eyes will be on Tinubu's administration as February 2024 draws near to see how skillfully it handles these rough waters. If significant improvements are not achieved, protests may become imminent. I was just going, when I was going through this, in a lot of things going through my mind, because the Nigeria Air Force told us that about 5 people were in that crash, and they survived. They just had a minor injury. So why the presidency saying that some people who perished in this thing? I don't understand. Huh. I don't understand. But as for what Prime Minister Ayodele is saying, I don't understand what he's talking about, because it's been going back and forth. But my concern is the statement made by the presidency that those who crashed or perished in that, it's somehow, I don't know, because they told us that was not what happened. As for the suffering, God, now your hand with thee. God, now your hand with you. So guys, let's say your opinion and have a take on this.